let me tell you why you would want to move to Africa. Hi, my lovelies, and welcome to another video. And on this video, we are still on the topic of Africa. And this topic today is getting yourself prepared to move to Africa. All right. Yeah. Africa, the motherland, Africa, the motherland, yeah. Where you and I come from. All right. Okay. So let's talk about moving to Africa. And I made some notes. If it's me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. There they are. All right. So today's video is why you should move to Africa. Right? Why? All right. Now, many of us are in the West and we have major issues with racism. I can tell you stories and stories with racism, but I'm not going to talk about it because that's not the video and I do not want to recall all these terrible things. All right. Racism is like a tick that's in your skin. It's like a dog that's barking continuously. It is like a disease, okay? And the feeling when you experience racism, it's undescribable. It makes you feel like you're not a person, okay? So that's all I'm going to say about the topic racism, all right? Now, so for us folks who are being called by the Most High to go to Africa, and for those of us who are moving to Africa, I decide to make a whole long list of things what you should do because I will be going to Africa also. All right. But I'm a person who loves to plan and I can plan for years if I'm going to do something. Right. Because at the end of the plan, it will be executed properly and nothing will be left out. And this is how I do things. And I know a lot of you are in Canada, are in USA, are in other countries, and you are planning that journey too, or you're thinking about it. And I want to give you some tips based on all the research that I've done, all the people that I've been in contact with, and all the things that I am doing myself. So let me tell you why you would want to move to Africa and why that should be like a pull to you okay, if you're having some kind of issues or if you're having some kind of problems and you're like, oh, I am not sure because of all the things that you see on TV, which is not true. Africa is a beautiful place. Africa has the highest birth rate. All right. So if you're a person and you want to have your kids and you're worried about people are going to be like, why you gotta have all these kids for? Well, if you go to Africa, you can have as much kids as you want. Nobody's gonna be frowning at you and say, oh yeah, 7 kids. Nobody's gonna say, you have 5 kids, you have so much. Somebody told me the other day, oh my gosh, you have so much kids, you almost have like a football field. I just like rolled my eyes and look at them like that, and they change the topic very, very quickly. Okay? So if that's something that you want to do, I know in the West here, sometimes it's difficult. It's hard to have kids because you have anybody to watch them. It's, us black folks, we like to have kids, okay? So if you want to have your children and you're just like worried, man, I can't afford to have these kids, Africa is a good place where you can go there, you can have kids, and you can live a good life and nobody's gonna frown at you. You just have to have your I's dotted and your T's crossed and know what you're about, because it's not a difficult place to live. All right, that's point number 1. Point number 2, Africa is rich in minerals. Yes, the US become rich from Africa. They rob, steal, rape, everything from Africa and leave Africa dry. Okay? But Africa cannot be completely dry. There's a lot of minerals in Africa. And there's a lot of opportunities for you as a person, especially a black person, to go there and build yourself up and open businesses, because Africa is raw. You know what I mean? And full with resources. All you have to do is tap into it. The difficulties that you're going to be having here in Africa, you're not going to have that. You are not going to have that difficulties. You can actually bake bread, cake, sugar cake, whatever you want to bake. Put a little stand by the side of the road in Africa, and you can stand there and you can sell your stuff. In Canada here, you cannot do that. Do you know how many things I can make and I can do? I need some kind of law. I need some kind of paper. I need some kind of thing which is going to take 3 months, 6 months, a year to get all kind of bureaucracy. I need to pay this amount of money, that amount of money, X, this, Y, Z. No, in Africa, you don't have that. And you know what? The things that you're going to sell, people are going to buy it because they don't have all these big fancy restaurants. They don't have, well, not, I won't say they don't have, but in certain places that you're going to move, they don't have all these kind of things. You know, like this development. In the bigger cities, yes, they have, you know, they're more developed. But in the smaller rural areas, they need a lot of services and facilities. So if you go there and you open something, it's going to work. All right? So I'm telling you. And I'm not just telling you that because I've been there. I'm telling you because I have people there. Okay? I have people there who are living there. They moved from Canada. They are there. Do you understand me? You get the vibes? Yes. Let's move on to the other point. Point number 3, Africa is full of opportunities. Don't be fooled by, oh, these kids with swollen bellies and people starving. This is what those, how you call them? Those sponsorship companies or those people that are saying they're going there to do refugee service Africa. That's what they want you to see. This is not true. Africa is a beautiful place. There's beaches. Of course, there's poor people and everything like that. There, we're not going to say no. There's people everywhere. But what they're showing on TV is just a hoax. Most of these things are like staged and they just want you to feel sorry for Africa, blah, blah. It's a facade, okay? Africa is the land of opportunities. And if you want to go there and make an opportunity and make a name and a life for yourself, opportunities are there. All you have to go there with your opportunity and take it. Point number 4. In Africa, you will feel a sense of freedom. You will not feel racism, segregation, all that kind of stuff. There's none of that there. You're just another black person in Africa. There'll be no shooting. There'll be no police brutality. There'll be no shooting down your door. All right? There'll be no searching you for weed. All right? None of that stuff is going to be happening there. You're going to be walking down the street and you're going to feel like an individual, like a person that you should be. Nobody's come banging at your door, asking to open the door. Like the police came to my door, banging the door, asked me to open the door. That was a long time ago. I was living in a building that time. And they banging the door, asked me to open the door. Listen, I didn't do anything. Why are you banging on my door? I said, I'm not opening my door. This is my door. All right? So I don't have to open it. And then when I did open the door for the police to come inside, I says, oh, you know, I can arrest you because you're obstructing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what am I obstructing? I'm in my apartment. I'm cooking my dinner. You want to go inside the door. You, the police, just break down the door and go upstairs to whoever door you want to go in. Don't be knocking on my door to open the main door for you, and then you want to yell at me and threatening to arrest me. Or you're going to arrest me for obstructing justice or whatever he said. You know, and I told him, I said, next time I peep and I see it's you, I'm not going to open the door because you have no manners, you know, and you want to threaten me. That's not going to happen to you in Africa. There'll be no police knocking at your door to open another entrance and threatening you because you didn't want to open the door. None of that's going to be happening. Okay, you're going to be living in peace in your little home in Africa that you build. You won't be having to worry about mortgage. All right. My friends, as I'll say, who's over there, they buy the land, they're 10 acres, maybe 5 acres, 10 acres. They put their house on it. They have no mortgage to pay. They have their garden outside. They're growing their vegetables. They have goats and chickens. They planted bananas. You know, they are just happy, chilling. Do you understand? This is the life you're going to get when you go to Africa. Okay. Point number 6. When you go to Africa, you need to tap into Africa resources. And when you get there, also remember to provide opportunities for other people to come in. Remember to provide opportunities for the locals so they can tap into their resources and you can provide jobs for them and stuff like that. When you go to Africa, remember to think of others, not only yourself. Remember to bring all your people on board if they want to be on board, right? In the services that you're going to be providing. Remember, to donate, to the schools, all that kind of stuff when you get to Africa. Don't be individualistic when you get to Africa. Okay, this is just my little advice wrapping up all this point on you going to Africa and why Africa is a good place for us Black folks to go back to the motherland where we were dragged away from slavery. Okay, remember, look out for your people, involve the locals in your business, and have like an open mind. Remember the culture, try to fit in as much as you can, introduce your own ideas, because us out here in the West have a lot of ideas, because we kind of have the we kind of see both worlds in a sense. We kind of been exposed to a lot of things. Some of us come from the Caribbean and we exposed to poverty and poorness and all kind of stuff. And then we move to the US or to Canada, to where other bigger countries, and then we see another life. So we kind of have the experience. So when we go to Africa, we bring all that kind of stuff with us, plus all the knowledge from our ancestors and the spirits, you know what I mean? So all that combined, I can say we just at a we have a lot of knowledge that we can bring back there and make Africa, the place that it was once were. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just so passionate about Africa, and I really had to talk about these things on my channel. And as you can see, I'm just smiling and I'm happy, because I'm really, really happy talking about Africa. Because this is one of my passion, and I really believe that that's the place that I should be. And I think that as I am here, learning all that kind of stuff here is a preparation for me in Africa. So thank you guys for watching. Welcome to all my subscribers, and I'll see you next video. Ciao, ciao.